Division A Achievers Night. The adventures never ends. Sit tight as I introduce our two MCs for today. Let me call our MCs of the night. She's an entrepreneur, a coach, an incoming A2 area director, together with a partner, a handsome, charming, and passionate Toastmaster who just came out from his Kent Hill cave. Everyone, shake your hands together and please welcome the MCs of the evening, Sangeeta Bhattacharya and Mike Woon. Woo!
Woo! A fabulous evening to one and all, especially to our honorable guest, Acting International President DTM Richard E. Peck, our past International President DTM Deepak Menon, and our lovely District 80 Director DTM Kathy To, our Club Grove Director DTM Swanar, and all our special and important guests this evening. A lovely, lovely evening. And not forgetting this evening, my lovely host. I remember, ladies and gentlemen, Zig Ziglar once said, you don't have to be good to start. You have to start to be good. Once again, congratulations, Division A. We have come so far on starting our journey to greatness. Tonight, we are indeed elated to see so many participants to celebrate this auspicious and memorable occasion with us. It is indeed a cumulative of Toastmasters' journey in our leadership and communication pursuit, just like our discussion slogan, beyond the screen, connecting the world. Allow me to introduce myself once again. I'm Mike Woon, and my lovely, gorgeous, and stunning co-host, Sangeeta.
Thank you, Mike. Thank you so much. Good evening to one and all, and from all across the world. And Mike, how have you been?
Thank you, Sangeeta. I've been great, and it's been a long time since the last I met you, yeah?
I remember meeting you first for I think it was way back, a year back maybe.
Yeah.
When we had Jimmy Tai to kickstart our Division A new term for July 2021.
Indeed.
You remember?
Yes, of course, I remember that. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let us kickstart our program with the banner parade.
Wow.
That was indeed a fabulous banner parade, Sangeeta.
I know, when you said banner parade, I thought, how did everybody meet, with in a physical location? Oh my God,
amazing.
fascinating.
Although we do not have physical parade, but watching this video, really brought me goosebumps and brought tears to my eyes. It's so touching.
I can understand what you feel. Well, Mike, shall we now invite the organizing chair to give us the welcoming address? So let's welcome our organizing
Eliza.
chair, Eliza
Juliana.
Thank you, Sangeeta and Mike. A fabulous day to everyone, be it morning, afternoon, or evening, and wherever you are from the world at this moment. Acting President, International President Richard E. Peck, past International President Deepak Menon, District 80 Director, past, present, and future district officers, distinguished guests from all around the world, and especially Division A members. I believe we have been through so many things during this past year. We learn new knowledge, experience the journey of the good, the bad, and the ugly. Had sleepless nights, sweat like never before, and of course had lots of love and love. Division A has many achievements this year, and we purposely choose the theme Adventure Never Ends to remind ourselves to continue serving our Division A, District 80, and Toastmaster around the world with dignity. Like the lesson I learned from our acting president, Richard E. Peck. Titles will never go. Titles will go, but names will always stay. So let's continue our legacy with our name and not our title. And I just want to take some words from him that I really love. The story of your life is written by you, one chapter at a time. Some chapter will fill with story of excitement and joy. Others may be filled with story of struggles and hard times. Each story in each chapter contributes to the uniqueness of you. Don't ever let anyone written your story for you, and don't ever stop writing them. Be the greatest story ever written. Adventures never ends. During the last 2 years, we start with Zoom, and now we are with a face-to-face meeting. All things are still unpredictable, but I want to share again from what I learned from one of the idol that I have, past international Deepak Menon. You must look forward. You must look ahead. Be the best member in your club. Make your club the best in the district and in the world. Use your magical power, the magical power of your words, to provide positive, encouraging feedbacks to touch the life of others and let them live into their best. So let me welcome all of you again to Adventures Never End. And back to you, Sangeeta.
Thank you so
Whoa,
much,
well
Eliza.
said.
That was wonderful opening address and those inspirational words. Wow. Thank you so
Indeed,
much.
indeed.
Now, shall we invite our Division A Director to give us the opening address? Division A Director, Zhu Sing, please.
Please.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Sangeeta, Mike. Good evening, afternoon, morning, wherever you are.
Woo.
Woohoo! Thank you everyone for coming to our Division A Achievers Night event. For that, I would like to welcome our Acting International President, DTM Richard E. Peck, past International President, DTM Deepak Menon, District Director, DTM Katito, Club Group Director, DTM Swana, past, present, future district officers, and all of us, the lovely people of Division A and our friends from all over the world. Thank you for joining us to celebrate our achievements tonight throughout this term. I remember 1 year ago, this time, I still remembered how clueless I was being chosen as a division director to run the division. It was an extremely steep learning curve for me because firstly, I was not experienced enough to manage a team. I am not the most disciplined at reading Toastmasters handbook. My Toastmasters network is limited as well. I did not want to be the limiting factor and I was frustrated. Then I realized the reason for this frustrations. There were too many I. Where is the us, the we? You couldn't go far alone. So throughout this journey, I have learned the power of teamwork, camaraderie, and to bring out the strength in everyone. Only because empowering each other to go beyond our boundaries, exploring the millions of possibilities out there, our division eventually become President Distinguished Division. We have also chartered 3 clubs, have a superbly talented speaker emerge as champion for a District 80 International Speech Contest. We also have a club placed top 15 in the world. We also have organized 2, not 1, but 2 district level events. One of them was having the honor to invite the World Champion of Public Speaking 2021 Verity Prize to Singapore. And the list goes on and on. And this couldn't have happened, couldn't have been possible without my council, especially Distinguished Toastmaster Jenny, Mike, and my area directors, Fan, Eliza, and Sky. Fan, who always ensure our events are power-packed with quality content, have great takeaway message for the audience, and best of all, the events always end on time. Eliza, our energizer, go-getter, and also have very strong arms. Why? Because she always lift people up and then proceed to set the bar even higher and then lift more people up even higher. Sky, our #1 silent supporter and always there to ensure that events go smoothly. He's always cool-headed and supportive of our crazy ideas. Also not forgetting the guidance of the district trio, particularly our district director, DTM Katito, and club growth director, DTM Swana Kalyan, who are also both from Division A World Travelers Toastmasters Club. Thank you all once again for exemplifying the motto of Division A this term, which is one for all and all for one. I am very honored to have this opportunity to do Division A Director opening speech for the last time this term. And I am looking forward to the new adventure that awaits us because adventure never ends. I am excited for the Achievers Night. Are you?
Yes.
Mike, thank you, Mike and Sangeeta.
Thank you so much, Division A Director Singh. Oh my God, you are a thorough team player. Thank you so much.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, let us start the event proper by acknowledging several new clubs, mentors, and sponsors chartered within this term, 2021-2022. Now, this club is really beyond anyone's expectation. What amazes me most, it was chartered within 10 days. Folks, you hear me right? 10 days. To give out this recognition and acknowledgement, let us have our past international president, Distinguished Toastmaster Deepak Menon. DTM Menon, please.
Sorry, Vincent, there is no video.
Sorry, Eliza, you were saying something?
Please repeat.
Okay, sure.
Over to you, Deepak.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and leaders of Division A, District 80. I am so honored to be here with all of you today on this very special occasion for honoring all the achievers of Division A. Indeed, according to John Maxwell, teamwork makes the dream work. And Mona Lisa Toastmasters Club is living proof of the power of teamwork. It started with an imaginary portrait in mind, perhaps how Leonardo da Vinci began painting the Mona Lisa. Someone had a creative idea of forming a club that focused on social media marketing and a platform for members to showcase their creativity and hidden talents to creating social media posters and producing videos. Armed with this vision, they managed to do the seemingly impossible. They gathered together a group of 20 like-minded individuals who shared the same dream and chartered the club within a short time frame of not 2 weeks, yes, not even 10 days, but within 1 week. Yes, in merely 7 days, this team of 20 has come together to turn this impossible dream into reality. So what do you see here is a group of young people who are determined to break records and to demonstrate to the Toastmasters community that nothing is impossible if we work as a team. As part of the Toastmasters family and friends, these members choose to be happy, to think positive, and to be supportive of one another. Mona Lisa, where I'm possible. Please give a big applause to the club sponsors and mentors of Mona Lisa Toastmasters Club. Toastmaster Lai Kok Fook, Distinguished Toastmaster Swarna Kalyan, Distinguished Toastmaster Mohammed Hakim, and Distinguished Toastmaster Kathy To. Madam Toastmaster.
Taking then?
Yes.
Okay.
Taken. Thank you so much, Distinguished Toastmaster Deepak Menon. Thank you so much. Next, we have another student club from the universities in Singapore. They are the Toastmaster Serikat, mainly to build and strengthen the Indonesian students community in the universities in Singapore. To give out the recognition, let us welcome our District 80 Director, Distinguished Toastmaster Kathy To.
Kathy, please.
Can you have to play the video, please? I'm experiencing some technical error on my end.
Yes, how can you miss my video?
Sorry about that.
No, because we want you live.
Yeah, you like me live.
Indeed.
Now, this is the difference between having it in Zoom and in hybrid, and also, yes, this is my video.
Yes.
Very good. Welcome to the Division A Leaders Night. My name is Kathy, I'm the District Director. My name is Sui, Division A Director. And we would like to present to you the new kids on the block, TMC Seri.
And ladies and gentlemen, have you seen the newest club where we have students from Indonesia studying in Singapore Charter Club? This club is also beyond our expectation. Why? Because it shows to us that age and experience, resourcefulness is not tied together. When it comes to young people, they have the guts to challenge the norm. They have the guts to try the impossible. When we presented the idea to them of chartering a club, we have no idea can they convince the school to let them charter a club. But they went beyond that. They find their own group of friends and charter a club under a sponsoring organization. They did it all by themselves with just an idea from our sponsor. And let me just introduce to you our club sponsors and mentors, Rifki, Alua Yaya Muhammad, sponsor and mentor, Eliza Yolena Zubadi, and our mentor, Zhou Shi. With that, ladies and gentlemen, one idea spark a chain of reaction, and we see a group of youngsters joining Division 8, giving the energetic and energy to Division 8. With that, I present to you TMC Sirikat.
Have we taken our pictures? Yes, well done. Thank you, DTM Kathy. Well done, Sharikat. Finally, ladies and gentlemen, we have another interesting club where it is beyond the boundaries and borderless. This club is made up of fun and loving people from all over the world. And it goes to show that Toastmasters International is in a happy family. Now, to give away this recognition and acknowledgement, let us welcome our acting international president, distinguished Toastmaster Richard E. Peck, to our virtual. Round of applause, please, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, good day, everybody. It's a pleasure to be with you. The World Travelers Toastmasters Club is a unique club unto itself. It is made up of members from around the world. It started as a spark of an idea when we did the world tour last year, and individuals were joining from various corners of the globe. This presented the opportunity to learn from one another, to prove that Toastmasters International truly is borderless, that we are all there to support one another, and that we come together with encouragement and with story. It was the idea of a group of individuals that found a necessity to continue to build those cross-border relationships, to continue to find ways to make the world smaller. I don't know how they manage to overcome all the time zones that they face, but they do it. I don't know that Eliza actually ever sleeps, but they've proven that with just a little bit of effort, a little bit of imagination, that we can change philosophies, we can change ideas, and that we can be world citizens. It is a great pleasure to have watched this club grow from its first inception to being President's Distinguished already this year, to receiving many accolades that are all well-deserved. Clubs are a group of individuals coming together with a common goal: to help others succeed. But clubs are also generated through the sponsors and mentors who are there to help them build a strong foundation, to help them start down the path the right way, and obviously to charter a Zoom airline. It is my great honor and privilege to recognize the sponsors and mentors of World Travelers Toastmasters Club: Eliza Juliana, Distinguished Toastmaster Betty Ann Peck, and Ramesh Halai. Congratulations to all of you.
Can we have photo taking, please?
Okay. 1, 2, 3. Done. Back to you, MC. Mike.
All right, thank you once again, Sir Richard, for those encouraging words. Indeed, indeed, indeed. Now, do you know, Sangeeta, all these 3 clubs were chartered online by our lovely Area A2 director. And what is even more interesting is she is residing in Malaysia, and yet she can accomplish this logistic via Zoom with her team. Now, amazing, isn't it? That is why we need to embrace and maximize on today's social media and technology to get things done. It goes to show.
And passionate.
Yeah, indeed. They were very, very passionate. I'm surprised. Like Sir Richard say, I don't know whether Eliza ever slept. And it goes to say, we can bridge our differences, and like our next segment where we have our panelists talking about beyond the screen, connecting the world, and you do not have to be physically there to get your job done.
Right. And now that we have acknowledged the mentors and sponsors of the new clubs, let us continue with our program. So this evening, we have a panel discussion on Beyond the Screen, Connecting the World. The panelists are none other than our dearest distinguished guests and VIPs. Acting International President, Distinguished Toastmaster Richard E. Peck, Past International President, Distinguished Toastmaster Deepak Menon, and our lovely and amiable District 80 Director, Distinguished Toastmaster Kathy Doe. Now looks like she is indeed the rose amongst the thorns.
Yes. Of course, we can't have the panelists without our moderator.
Yes, and to do this, we have our moderator, Toastmaster Ram, a person who wears so many hats, a person who has the perfect leadership, all the encouragement that he gives us. He is amazing. Right now, he's joining us from incredible India.
Wow.
Over to you, Ram.
Ram, over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sangeeta. Can I just please do a sound check? Can you hear me clearly?
Loud and clear, Ram.
Fantastic. Thank you again, Sangeeta, for introducing myself. Fellow Toastmasters, most welcome guests. As Sangeeta said, my name is Ramesh, Ram for short, and I'm here in hot, hot, hot India. It is hot. And I'll be glad to get back to the UK, believe it or not, when it's nice and cool, which is my understanding. So I will be your moderator today. The topic for our panel discussion today is connecting the world. As we start to attend face-to-face meetings, I think you'll all agree with me when I say this is not only relevant, but timely. We have 3 distinguished panelists today who will be sharing their. First of all, let's introduce our first panelist, Acting International President Richard E. Peck. Richard is a graduate of the University of Texas at Dallas, where he earned an MBA in international business. It is here that he gained a better understanding of and greater appreciation of global cultures. This has led him to become an advocate, speaker, and promoter for greater cultural awareness. In his corporate and volunteer activities, he believes that by increasing cultural awareness, it would greatly increase our understanding of one another and the elimination of artificial barriers we place on each other. He holds a project management professional certification from the Project Management Institute and has overseen numerous high-tech multi-million-dollar projects during his career at AT&T. As a remote located employee, he understands the need for self-driven, detailed-orientated, and time-conscious. He's an accomplished in developing and leading motivational global and virtual teams to maximize performance and is confident in presenting to all levels of leadership. As an officer of the Toastmasters International Board of Directors, he is a working ambassador for the organization. He works with the board to develop, support, and modify policies and procedures that guide our wonderful Toastmasters International and fulfilling its mission. Please welcome Richard E. Peck. Thank you. Moving on to our next panelist is Deepak Menon of New Delhi, India, past international president of Toastmasters International, the world leading organization devoted to communication and leadership skills development. Menon assumed his one-year term at the organization's 89th and 24th to 29th. Menon is a chartered accountant at JP Kapoor and Uberoi in New Delhi, where he is one of 9 partners. He oversees management and operations and specializes in international taxation, cross-border taxation, transfer pricing, and direct taxes. Menon is also a trustee of Columban Endowment Trust, a non-profit organization. Menon is a fellow chartered accountant with the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India, where he has earned a diploma in information systems auditing. Menon served as a chief coordinator for the Toastmasters Youth Leadership Program in collaboration with American Center in New Delhi, and has helped build communication and leadership skills for approximately 700 underprivileged children in 6 cities in India. Toastmasters has taught me skills that no school, college, or university can teach, he says. It has helped me evolve from being a lone player to being a team player, from being led to being a leader, from being the problem to being the solution. As past international president, Menon is a working ambassador for the Toastmasters organization, also served and procedures to guide the organization to fulfill its mission. And then finally, Kathy Toe, DTM, District 80 Director, 2021-2022, member by coincidence, leader by chance, Toastmaster by choice, a Toastmaster since 2013. Kathy is a self-proclaimed dreamer on a mission to become the leader with the vision. That was our final panelist. Thank you very much, panelists. Now, let's get this started. We have time for questions at the very end from our guests and fellow Toastmasters. Please do send me some of these questions that are burning inside, but please do wait. I suggest you do wait, because some of those questions that you have burning inside of you might well be already answered by these fine panelists. First of all, let's start with you, Mr. Peck. Can you tell us a little bit about your international world tour? This feels like a perfect example of making connections, and it's relevant to the theme. How did you come up with the idea? How did you connect with the clubs? Over to you, Mr. Peck.
Well, thank you, Ram, for that question. And it really came out of what I would consider necessity. I had the privilege of serving with past President Menon. He was the president at the time that the pandemic had started to grab a hold of the organization. And both Deepak and I could feel right away that there was a separation becoming between what we were used to, being together with people, being face to face, and where the organization was due to the pandemic, how we were now required to stay so separate. And that was odd for us to be in that position. As I took on the role, it became a greater grip upon the organization. And we could see that there was uncertainty, how people were going to relate, how they were going to get together. And I felt that I needed to find a way to be able to connect with our members, to let them know that we were all together in this. And the Zoom environment allowed for an opportunity that had never been attempted before. And that was to visit each country that we had a club in. And not just visit, but to take on a role at a club meeting. And we didn't know what that was going to look like, whether they were going to want me to be there as a speaker, an evaluator, whatever. We let the club choose that. Surprisingly, about 80% wanted me to do pathway speeches, which I was fine with because that is our program and that's what we promote. But out of it became greater friendships, I think, across the board. There are individuals on this call today that I met at club meetings that are here today united because they realize that we can come together in different manners now. It proved the power of the organization, that we are there to support one another. It was a lot of work. We had, members of staff that were helping to arrange the schedule and all that. But it was great to be able to speak at 143 clubs in a year, plus whatever I did outside that. But Ram, you are a fine example of an individual who I met along the way and knew you from the UK. Now you're in India, in hot India, but moderating a panel discussion. And that just goes to show how when we take the time to connect, we can really change people's perception of what we do. So thank you for the question.
Thank you, Richard. Bear with me for a second. I think somebody just outside my room. But no matter, as Toastmasters, nothing frustrates us. We keep calm and we just carry on. That's the way we roll. Moving on. So Mr. Dick, as your time when you were the international president, obviously it was a little bit harder for you to do this. Can you tell us, how did you approach building connections? What was your approach? Mr. Menon, did you hear the question?
I could not get your question very clearly. Can you just repeat that, please?
Of course. So my question is, when you were international president, we were obviously not under lockdown. So online meetings were a very, very small thing. So in regards to making and building connections, what was your approach when you were international president?
Thank you, Ram, for that question. Yes, as International President Peck just mentioned, the transition from being in person, physically meeting each other, to getting to be online happened during that year of 2019, 2020, when I was serving as the international president. But for 95 years, this organization has only believed until 2019, and that was 95 years since 1924. This organization was built on meeting in person, one by one, each one with eyeball to eyeball contact. Now, one can say that, in this virtual space also, we are eyeball to eyeball, but I think it's eyeball to camera and then camera to eyeball rather than eyeball to eyeball. So that was what this organization was all about, to meet in person, to work together, to support each other and achieve everything that we wanted in that room that we met in together, physically, flesh to flesh. And of course, the pandemic got us into a different space altogether. So all of us were used to that interpersonal communication, interpersonal bonding that we had all achieved during those 95 years. President Peck, I'm sure multiple members in this room have only known that connection in the past. Many have joined Toastmasters during these last 2 years or 2.5 years of the pandemic and have no other experience except meeting virtually. So for them, it might sound strange. But when we used to meet together in person, it just seemed to create those bonds that felt as if we were truly a family. We became more than a family, because even within the family, sometimes we keep secrets, sometimes we do not share confidences. But when we come to Toastmasters, somehow we start opening up. We start revealing things that we never share with anybody else. I don't know what that environment does to us. And we become so open. All our inhibitions are shed. And soon we're able to share with each other and become that family. The closeness comes in. And that's the way in which I had been building my connections. I was fortunate to have been able to travel the world, not on my desktop, but physically, right from the time I started off as a region advisor way back in 2011. And that continued when I became international director in 2013. And then thereafter, as I stepped into international office in 2016. And I must have met thousands of members in person, built connections with them. Of course, the pandemic has given us another opportunity of now, if we've been able to meet thousands of people then, we're going to be able to meet tens of thousands of people through this medium. So both have their advantages. We've been able to meet so many more people because we've been able to travel virtually without the need for passports, without the need for visas, without the need for air tickets, without the need for joining long queues at airports and getting frustrated. So this has its advantages too. The only disadvantage, the lack that we feel here, is that we're only connecting through these small windows. While when we are in person, we have the connection that is with a person who is as warm to the touch as we are. I hope that in the future, we are able to go back to those days when we were able to come together, bond together, hug each other in that environment. Back to you, Ram.
Thank you, Deepak, Menon. That was a fantastic response. I do 100% agree with you. I do sometimes miss those face-to-face, shaking the hand rather than waving. So building those bonds, I do think there's an element there that I do definitely miss. However, we are in now a completely different place. Because we're in a completely different place, I think perhaps there's going to be a hybrid situation. With that in mind, let me ask Kathy, let's talk about the future, perhaps, Kathy. Do you think hybrid meetings is going to be the future? Do you think this is the best of both worlds? Or do you think actually this is going to be a Frankenstein of meeting formats? Please share your opinion on the hybrid meeting format.
All right, thank you, Ram. That's a very interesting question. Now, especially on that phrase, Frankenstein. Now, when you bring about Frankenstein, it is a creature, is it a being beyond times, made out of scientific means, but having a soul that's more human than ordinary human. Likewise, when you look at hybrid, people are scared by the technical challenge, the hurdle they see. They do not see beyond the outside. The benefit that this hybrid meeting format can bring about. Now, when we first started with Zoom, it was out of necessity. We have to find a way to connect our members. And now we're trying to find a way to connect with our members and find a way to let them stay connected with technology and also enjoying the in-person relations. Can we harness that in the future? Yes, it is possible, but there's always this hurdle of, I cannot do this, it is too tough, it is too taxing, I do not have the resources. Can we simplify all these things for hybrid? We can do that. Everything starts from a simple basis, a phone, and that's it. Because that is the only device that we need to connect the on-site audience to the people around the world. The phone is our window to the outside world. If we can embrace and live, coexist with this technology, we can open up new formats. As you have the ability, the resources to upgrade the technology, the devices, you find that your meeting format can be refined, a more enjoyable experience. But before we do that, we need to learn to coexist. If you can't do that, it is a monster that you will not go near, even though you have the ability to harness it. And so I think that this hybrid meeting format can bring along the best of both worlds, provided we know how to harness this technology. Back to you, Ram. You're not scared of my pregnant size, right? So you see, when my answer is not to his liking, he will not reply me. That's why he's not frozen. Can someone be the fire?
Don't worry, Sangeeta is there.
Help
Ram,
me
are you back
answer, please,
online, Ram?
my moderator.
Not to worry, he's still around.
Ram, are you there? Oops, he's okay. I'll just, while he comes in, I'll just take it from there. And that is, let's look at another question. And this one is for Richard. In your opinion, how do you keep online meetings fun and engaging?
That's a great question, because as Past President Menon had mentioned, it's kind of a cold environment being separated between that. But I think where the miss is that we think that these meetings are different. The format's different. The meeting doesn't have to be. The same things that we would do if we were in the same room with each other can be done online. And actually, table topics can be a lot more fun being done online. I've seen technology used in ways that you wouldn't use it in person. You know, Kahoots and multiple platforms being used for table topics. Additionally, you have the ability to invite speakers from around the world to share in your meetings now. I've seen world champions, past world champions, speaking at clubs that those clubs would never have had the opportunity if it weren't for this. I think that where there's still room to grow, and as Kathy had said, the Frankenstein of being online, being hybrid, is our speeches have become a little bit stagnant from our body language perspective, because now we're giving speeches from a seated position for the most part. And that's becoming now commonplace. So you're not getting that excitement of movement. You know, I mean, how high do I have to put my hands before someone actually sees them? Over my head? So you've got that risk going on. The other risk is that when you're in person, and I'll just say when you're in the same room with one another, a guest shows up. Generally, you put a experienced Toastmaster with that guest so that they can answer questions throughout the night, make sure that person feels connected. I don't see us doing that same thing in this environment. And there's no reason not to, where you can have somebody be in the chat window to help guests, a person assigned to that role, so that guest has somebody they can connect with throughout the course of the meeting and not feel alone. I think it's also the risk of how we close now and get guests to join, where this is what they're used to. As Deepak said, many members have joined in the last 2 years. They don't know that we actually were in the room together with one another. And what is that going to feel like to them if we decide we're going back into the room? Is it going to be foreign to them? But I think if we lose the mindset of this is different, this is not the same, and put it in context of what can we do to make it feel the same, that's when you can have that sense of enjoyment and fun. I also think bringing in guest speakers is a great opportunity. If you're having a struggling club, reach out to clubs around the world that are doing great things or trying new things and have them join. You're going to miss 100% of the opportunities that you don't take. So if you don't ask, the answer is going to be no. What's the worst thing that could happen? The time zone doesn't work out for somebody. So look at new ways, look at ways to, as Kathy said, harness the technology. Make it your friend, not your enemy. Make it a frenemy, so that you have best of both worlds. But I think we can do that, and that's what's going to make the club environment good.
I love that, Richard. Thank you so much. Frenemy, that's new term, right? Wow. And Kathy, talking about the same on the same point, how can you make meetings fun and engaging for hybrid meetings? How partially people on the camera and partially people offline?
Yeah, like what Richard has already mentioned for online meeting, what are the ways that we can make it fun and engaging? Maybe I can use an analogy to show how hybrid meetings can be fun and engaging as well. Has anyone been on a road trip before? Has anyone been on a road trip with a group of friends or more than one car? How do you stay connected between more than one car? You use the walkie-talkie. This is your connecting point. And so hybrid meeting is the same thing. How do you keep your audience engaged online and on site? You need someone to be that walkie-talkie. You need someone to engage the audience online, because most of the time when you see hybrid, people are so excited to see each other face to face. After so long, they forgot about the audience online. They forgot that the people online cannot hear them, cannot see them, cannot engage in all the conversation. And there's no two-way interaction. How do you get them to stay engaged? Is to let them be connected. And we have a group of people who will take care of the online audience, the group of people that will take care of the on-site audience. And we have 2 persons to be that walkie-talkie, that stay connected on both sides to make sure that it's fun and engaging for both parties. Because in order to be involved, you must be at the moment. To be at the moment, you must know what's going on. And that's the very simple thing. Simply just have more role appointments. You do not have to be a member to be part of the Zoom chat minors, because anyone can just chat on a Zoom chat group, as long as we are saying it's very interactive. It doesn't need to be a Zoom master, Zoom support, or even the speaker who say, okay, can you send me some reaction? Audience can just use that, because that's a more part of engaging the audience. The only thing that we need to know is who is the speaker, and we try not to disrupt them while they're speaking. The rest of it is just the same. Stay engaged, have fun.
And have the walkie-talkie back. Wow, that's fantastic. Thank you, Kathy. I just got a message that Ram is back. So Ram, would you like to take over? Or shall I have the question for Deepak?
Do you mind just taking the first question and then I'll take it from there?
Okay, so thank you for that honor and privilege. Mr. Deepak Menon, can we talk a little about the contests? We have seen some great online speeches that have relied on technology. Should we rely heavily on technology, or should we move back to face-to-face for contests? Yeah.
Thank you,
Full stop?
Sangeeta.
Yes, thank you.
Very interesting question. So you propose that we should continue having online contests all in the future and forget about physical in-person contests altogether? Is that what you propose? Or do you think that perhaps both could perhaps be considered as options that clubs might decide to go on in future? So really, with online clubs now being a reality, online clubs being recognized by the board of directors and now also becoming part of districts, it's going to be but natural that we're going to have some clubs conducting online contests and some clubs which go into the physical mode, into meeting in person, doing their contests in person. And I think that perhaps we do need to permit that flexibility because of this environment that now we've become used to in these last 2 years. Going forward, I visualize that we are going to have hybrid contests. This convention, the convention 2022 convention in Nashville, for the first time is going to feature hybrid contests, both at the semifinals and at the World Championship of Public Speaking. And I am waiting with bated breath to see how it's going to unfold, how it's going to work. There'll be audience who's going to be joining online, contestants online, audience in person, contestants in person, perhaps even judging will be in person and online simultaneously. So it's going to be a fantastic experience. I believe it's going to be a success. Because in these 2 years, we have been very creative. We've seen all kinds of instances of success on this online medium. And of course, we are the experts as far as the physical form of meeting is concerned, because that's what we've been doing for 95 years, right? So I see that this marriage of online and physical in the contest is going to be a fabulous opportunity. And maybe that's the way forward for all of us. So be flexible, be creative, and accept the challenge that nothing is, as Eliza said, impossible.
Thank you, Deepak. Have an open-minded, the growth mindset. That's what I take from you. Thank you so much. Next question, Ram, are you coming in?
I am, yes, thank you, Sangeeta.
Yes, take it away.
All right, thank you. Deepak, that was absolutely fantastic response. You actually stole my next question away from Kathy, which is why I say to our audience, holding to those questions. Why? Because we're going to get some fantastic responses and maybe your questions will be answered. So let's move on to another part, which I think maybe some clubs are missing. I know certainly when I was traveling the world, just like Mr. Peck earlier mentioned, yet some clubs didn't even respond to my requests for being a guest at their meetings. It would take maybe days, weeks, and then they'll all come together like a bus. And then you're thinking, well, I've committed to attending your club, then I'll go to more than one club in the same country. And that was fantastic. My question to you, Mr. Peck, if you don't mind, is how do we ensure that guests at online meetings get a true feel for what Toastmasters is and tries to be? Hopefully that question makes sense to you.
Yeah, I think there were two parts to that question. One was the setup and the fact that individuals aren't being responded to. And that's disheartening, but we do know that that is indeed the case. I believe the survey that was sent out to guests who had requested information from a club so that they could attend, the reason they never joined was that less than 10% of them ever got a response from the club to say, hey, we're meeting, come and join us. And that's disheartening. Can you imagine if we had gotten 80% or 90% of those people as members, where we'd be today? But I think the question about how do we keep guests engaged and make sure that they're accounted for, that is really the work of the club and not just the leaders of the club, but the members of the club. And remembering back to when you were a guest, you remember back to your first meeting when you were a guest and how you were made to feel as part of the club, even though you weren't a member. You participated in table topics and the guests always win. Odd, isn't that? Kathy sees it. I know Kathy sees it. But you're making people feel like they're part of the club right away. And regardless of the environment, I think that's what you need to do. Kathy had mentioned in the hybrid situation, having folks that are either MCs or, a Toastmaster liaison, both in person and online, to make sure that the guest feels and the members feel like they're connected. I think that's our big risk now is, are we making our guests feel like they're a separate entity at the meeting because we don't have a true connection with them? We don't. All right, let's go back to your first club meeting for those of you who've been here for a while. You walked into the room, somebody came up and greeted you, right? Welcomed you to the club. Might have been the president, might have been Sergeant at Arms, but they greeted you. They asked you a little bit about yourself. You took a seat. They told you who you were seated next to, and that individual would help you throughout if you had any questions. Okay, today's environment. Meeting starts at 7 o'clock. Everyone shows up at 6:59. There's no time to meet with a guest before the meeting. You're in an hour meeting, hour and a half meeting. You need to get started. You got all the speakers on the slate. That guest immediately feels that there's somebody different. Maybe if the club is following their traditions, they will ask the guests to introduce themselves and what brought them there. Maybe. Or if they're in a rush, they get right into the meeting. They give no information about what the speech is about other than introducing the speaker. Guest doesn't know. The evaluator comes up and all we get is an evaluation. We don't explain to the guest what the purpose of the evaluation is. For all they know, this is a terrible thing. They got this feedback. This is, you should have done this better. You should have done that better. Why do I want to become a speaker if somebody's going to tell me I have to keep doing things better? But we don't set that with them as to what the expectation is. And then we've got to the end of the meeting and everyone hits the red leave button. We've never asked the guests what they thought of the meeting. We've never asked the guests, would they like to join? We've essentially put them in a different position. Is that person likely to come back? No. And if you have 2 or 3 guests at that meeting, you've made that same impact on all of them. We need to go back to the basics and put them in this compartment. And there's no reason we can't. We're just not making technology work for us. We're trying to work ourselves into technology. And that's the risk. Ram?
Thank you, Mr. Peck. So we've got a few questions coming in. That's a really good response. I do appreciate that. There's one question from Twyla from California. She asked the question, do you have any tips on how to inspire new members to take leadership roles? Who would like to take that question? Mr. Deepak Menon or Kathy? Who would like to take on that question? I see Mr. Deepak smiling, so let's give that to you. Mr. Menon, please.
So will you repeat the question again?
The question is, can you share some tips on how to inspire new members to take on leadership roles? Executive roles, essentially.
I completely understand. What a coincidence this is. I'm speaking at a club event tomorrow to inspire members to take on leadership roles. And I have been given 1 hour to speak. Do we have that much time today, Ramesh?
No, a few minutes.
A few minutes. Now that's a tough job. Give me 1 hour and I can espouse. Give me a few minutes, it's going to be very difficult. But nevertheless, the fact is that members join Toastmasters. Most of us join Toastmasters to enhance our communication skills. We were scared, we were nervous, we didn't feel that we had the confidence to speak before an audience. So hesitantly, we came to a Toastmasters meeting. Either we came voluntarily or we were voluntold to Toastmasters. And somehow we found our feet and started becoming a little more confident. Most of us in this room saw what was going on around us, got inspired by the leaders who were there, who were the role models for us at that time. And we decided to hesitantly take those first steps to become leaders ourselves in the club. Some again volunteered, others, as I said, were voluntold and were forced into leadership positions. Irrespective of however we landed into leadership, we started learning a lot about leadership in Toastmasters. Because the fact is that Toastmasters is a laboratory of learning. We learn by doing, whether it is communicating or it is leading. Everything is something that we're learning on the job. So all that we learn gets applied to the outside world, to everything that we're doing in the outside world, whether in our professional life, whether in our personal life, or in the social environment, everything has a practical application. In my opinion, it is for our existing office bearers, other senior members, to inform those new members about the possibilities, about these opportunities, about how they can gain those skills by taking on leadership roles. Another important task is that of the mentors for these new members. the mentors help. Generally, mentors feel that their job is to help only with the speeches of these mentees. But their job is not just with the speeches. It's about engaging them with the club in its entirety, in helping them understand all that they can engage themselves in the club environment. And leadership is a very important aspect. Many parts of the world, we are recycling leaders, which is very unfortunate because that really means that members aren't stepping up to take on leadership roles that they should. And I say we should not recycle leaders. We must encourage those who have not stepped into leadership to take on leadership roles so that they gain the benefits that Toastmasters offers. As I said, I can speak hours on this subject, but I'm not going to speak anymore. Just leave you with a couple of things again. It's the job of all the members, senior members, officers to help members understand what is it in it for them, what are the opportunities available if they take on leadership roles, and get the mentors engage with these new members, with their mentees, and encourage them to take on leadership roles.
Fantastic, Deepak, Menon. So I think, Twyla, I think that's a really good response. Given the amount of time we had available, I think we've got some good tips over there. Now, just a small tip from me, because I think I'm kind of a moderator and a panelist as well, because we're all in the same room. So my philosophy is the answer is yes. What's the question? Would you like to be an area director? Would you like to be an assistant? Yes, an assistant area director. Would you like to be a president? Yes. And I think if you start those kind of habits, yes, you get into a bit of trouble because sometimes they do stitch you up. Would you like to take on a president role again? No, I wouldn't. I would like to do something more. But if you start doing some of those things, maybe you'll get a few new members take leadership roles. I do think we have time for one more question, and that is how to eliminate Zoom fatigue. Now, I think, Kathy, I think you're an expert in this area, and I think this may be relevant. I think this may be relevant to the hybrid meeting format. So I'm going to give you this particular question. How do we reduce Zoom fatigue? People getting a bit frustrated and then leaving Toastmasters. So I know kind of a two-part question. Focus on the Zoom fatigue, please.
Okay, so for fatigue, whether it's Zoom fatigue or even Exco fatigue, meeting fatigue, it will all come in at a certain point of time. Why? Because we feel that we are just alone. There's no one helping us. There's no one that is going through the same thing that we are going through because we are closing off ourselves. We don't see that there are people around us that's also experiencing the same issues that we are. I also face Zoom disconnection, my video hang, I got no lunch, no sleep, no boyfriend, but hey, I'm still enjoying myself. Why? Because you need to enjoy yourself in the meeting, even though you are just facing this one small square. And when you are enjoying yourself, it's like when we're in a physical meeting, people see that you're enjoying yourself. They will start to enjoy the meeting themselves because they can feel the energy that we're giving off. If we can't give them the sense that we are enjoying our own meeting, we will be the one that's leading them to feel the Zoom fatigue. There is a lot of expectation. So what we need to do is to manage the expectation. There's bound to be some technical issues, some last minute crop up, even though we are on in-person meeting. The food is not here or we cannot eat the food. The timing, we need to leave early. The projector is not working. The computer is not working. The connection is not there. The speaker is not here. The evaluator is not here. There's a lot of last minute situation that could have happened. We just take things in our stride and then we just improvise, make whatever we can. Just have some standby. Even you have to do impromptu speeches. Yes, that's not the correct way for a prepared speech, but we just move forward. Get things done, enjoy yourself. Because when it comes to hybrid or even in person and also online, what matters most is what happens after the meeting. because we connect, network after the meeting. The bonding session only starts after the meeting. So this is where we get the proper business done and we have fun after the meeting. Zoom fatigue, fight it with tea, coffee, food after the meeting together. Right to you, Ram?
That is fantastic. That is actually a perfect end to this particular panel discussion. We are out of time, but I just want to thank our three panelists, Mr. Richard E. Peck, Mr. Deepak Menon, and Miss Kathy Toe. I'm shocked and horrified that you are still single. Hopefully there are connections here. You will definitely get some calls. Now I'm going to hand you back to Sangeeta, who's going to take it from here. Back to you, Sangeeta. Well done, everyone.
Thank you, thank you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Yeah, thank you once again, Ramesh and Sangeeta, for moderating this segment. Not to worry, DD, I put out an e-put to look for a new boyfriend for you, so stay cool. Another big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, to our VIP, Mr. Richard E. Peck, Mr. Deepak Menon, and Miss Kathy Toe. Can we have a photo session with our panelists, please? Photographer, can you please help us to arrange for the photo session? Thank you, thank you, thank you.
All right, everyone, please switch on your camera and give your brightest smile. Okay, I'll now take the photo, yeah? Okay, hold on. We still have a few more people in the waiting room. Let me admit them.
Yes.
Looking at the perfect time for the photo taking. All right, everyone, smile at the camera. 3, 2, 1, smile. This is only the first page. Keep the smile going. 3, 2, 1. Okay. Second page. Now moving on to the third. All right, and the last page. All right, thank you. Photo taking is done. Over to you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I hope everyone had an enjoyable evening and learned a lot from our three VIPs. Next on our list are some awards, presentation to be given away to several outstanding individuals and clubs. Sangeeta, let us pass the control over to our fellow MCs, Toastmaster Rebecca. She is a member of 2 clubs in Division A and the VPM of Collide and a member of Cane Hill Toastmasters Club.
And Toastmaster Venkat. He's the Vice President Education of Anchorville Toastmaster Club. And he is someone who wants to tirelessly learn how to communicate better. Over to you, Rebecca and Venkat.
Thank you so much, Sangeeta, and also Mike, for our awesome TME for tonight. So I would like to greet good morning, good afternoon, good evening to all of our 84 fun masters tonight. Thanks for everyone that coming, not only from Singapore, but we see from Mexico, Russia, Malaysia, India, Namibia. We have all the list. So thank you for coming to our Achievers Night, which our adventure just started. So tonight, me and my partner in fun, Venkat, will present the Fun Awards. So what is the Fun Awards, Venkat?
Thanks a lot, Rebecca. Absolutely electrifying so far here, isn't it, Rebecca?
Yes.
Absolutely. A very good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, all the guests, esteemed guests, and the fellow Toastmasters. My name is Venkat, and I am privileged to be part of this event in the evening, along with the gorgeous Rebecca, to present this category of the awards. Rebecca, we are going to present not just one, not just 2, can you guess? But 6 category of fun awards. Are you excited to start the proceedings, Rebecca?
Wow, let's start our adventure tonight with our first fun award, which is the Shining Star Award. So what is Shining Star Award, Venkat? Can you enlighten me?
Certainly, Rebecca. The Shining Star, the name itself inspired me so much to shine. This Shining Star Award is given to celebrate the Toastmasters' outstanding achievement. In doing so, bringing glory to the whole division. So without further ado, shall we present the award?
And the recipient is... Congratulations, Adeline Ng from Khan Hill Toastmaster Club. Let's take picture for a while. Adeline unfortunately cannot join, but she say thank you for this award. Okay. And like what Eliza mentioned, why she is Shining Star? Because she's our District 80 champion in international speech. She will represent Singapore in the World Champion of Public Speaking. All the best for Adeline.
All the best, Adeline.
So next, Venkat.
All right, sure, Rebecca. So the next category of awards is the most adventurous Toastmasters Award. Rebecca, what is the adventure to be done with the Toastmasters? Do you know?
Of course I know, since I'm the MC. So the most adventurous Toastmaster Award, we give this to recognize and we want to acknowledge and celebrate the Toastmaster adventurous attitude in life, which is represent the theme of our Achievers Night, which is Adventures Never End. And we would like to give this special recognition to the recipient is... Yay! Congratulations, Juvina Huang from Bedok Toastmaster Club. Let's take picture with Juvina. Show your adventurous pose.
Want to smile. Thank you.
Thank you, Juvina. Congrats.
Thank you.
Congratulations, Juvina.
So
Okay,
let's move on. Yeah, okay, Venkat. The third one, we would like to acknowledge these individuals for the Corporate Clubs Ambassador. So why we give this award, Venkat? Can you share with us?
Absolutely, Rebecca. This is to recognize and honor the Toastmaster who champions the value of Toastmasters to corporate clubs and is committed to bring corporate clubs to a greater heights. Absolutely amazing, right, Rebecca?
Yes, it's really fantastic.
Okay, without further ado, let's give the award, and the recipient is...
Thank you so much.
Congratulations, Fanli from Marine Parade Toastmaster Club. Let's take picture.
Want to smile. Thank you.
Thank
you.
Congrats.
Guys.
A1AD. Yeah.
Can we move on, Rebecca?
Sure, let's move on.
Next award amazes me. It is the Jew Master of the Year. So, Rebecca, why should we celebrate the Jew Master? Do you know?
Of course, because we don't want to have Zoom fatigue. So we need to have this person. So the Zoom Master of the Year, why we give this award? Because we want to recognize the Toastmaster who embraced the virtual world and supported not only club, not only area, not only division, but also all the way to district throughout this term. So thank you so much for the dedication of this person that become the Zoom Master. And the recipient for this Zoom Master is...
Thank you.
Toastmaster Club. Congrats, our incoming dad. Let's take a picture.
Yes, want to smile. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Okay, I hope you all excited and still having fun with us. Let's go to our next category, which is the Road Runner Award. Beep, beep. What's that, Pencard?
Be the load runner. Okay, Rebecca, this is to celebrate the club that despite adversities throughout the town, managed to go above and beyond this and sprint to the finishing line in their final lap to achieve excellence, which makes them become the top 15 of DCP in the world.
Oh my God, top 15
in the world, yeah, 15 in the world.
Congrats.
Without further ado, shall we present the award? The recipient is drum roll.
Toastmaster Club. Let's welcome our Cornhill Club President Mike Woon to take picture with us. Hello, handsome Mike Woon. Okay, shall we take picture?
Let's go. 1, 2, 3. Smile. Thank you.
Thank you, Mike, and congrats for Cornhill for becoming the Roadrunner Award.
Okay, shall we move on, Rebecca? This is our last award of the category. Are you still excited?
Yeah, I'm excited still.
Okay, the next category is YOLO Award, YOLO. You know, Rebecca, this is very much related to me, the millennial. What about you?
Oh, Venkat, I'm on same vibe with you. I'm also millennial.
Oh, absolutely, definitely. That's why we are the partners tonight, isn't it?
Yeah.
All right. So, Rebecca, please tell us what is the YOLO Award is all about.
Okay, so since our division is an awesome division, we also would like to celebrate our new club that exemplify excellence while showing grit and determination to make things happen without worrying about the future, like the millennials. So without further ado, the recipient for the YOLO Award is Toastmaster Club Serikat. Let's have Rifki, the president, to take picture with us. Congratulations, Rifki, and the Toastmaster Club Serikat. Please pose like a millennials, yeah?
Yes, like this.
All right, millennial pose. 1, 2, smile. Thank you.
Congrats, TLC Serikat. Wow, Venkat, we finished all the fun awards tonight. I hope everyone feeling fun also with us. So for me, I would like to say thank you to all the participants, or congratulations also to all the recipients. It is great pleasure for me to present the Fun Award with my partner in fun, Venkat.
Thanks so much, Rebecca, and I second you as well. It's really my privilege to be here, and I'm thankful to the division for giving me this opportunity to present these awards along with you. And let's move on to the next category of the awards. The next announcement is EXCO Awards presented by our dynamic duo MCs, Alberto Tomita, the current club president from Bidak Toastmasters Club, and Cindy Ong, the current secretary of YMCA Toastmasters Club. Alberto and Cindy, stage is yours. Thank you.
Thank you for the energy and love, Rebecca Venkat. I'm so pumped up and excited, my fellow Toastmasters and distinguished guests. Are you enjoying the meeting so far? show us an emoji to let us know how you're feeling right now. Wow, we love you too. Hello, everyone. My name is Cindy, and this is my handsome co-host, Alberto.
Hi, Cindy. Good evening, and also good afternoon to those in EMEA, and to those in Americas, good morning.
Division A is always on the forefront and ready to serve. We shall present the Best Exco of the Year awards. These exemplary individuals have demonstrated their stellar leadership and support to the clubs at Division A. They not only walk the walk, they talk the talk. Let's roll the clip for the nominees of the Best Exco Awards.
So many nominees, so many great people. And for the EXCO, the Executive Committee Officer Awards, we start with that officer, without whom a meeting cannot start. He's the person who is always there, welcoming us, and also ensuring that the room is ready for the meeting, regardless of the room being physical or virtual. Yes, that's the Sergeant at Arms. And let's see who is the recipient of the Sergeant at Arms of the Year. And the award goes to Doreen Yo, DTM. Doreen.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Take a photo, smile. Thank you.
Thank you, thank you. Moving on, it's the Treasurer of the Year award. It's given to one who manages the club's financial health to ensure the club is in good standing. And the award goes to Distinguished Toastmaster Arun Sharma. Unfortunately, he's not in here to receive. And let's go to the next award.
The next award, it is for the secretary. The secretary always there taking minutes, managing the records of the club, and most importantly, navigating the Toastmaster International website and patiently waiting for the page to load. So we have the Secretary of the Year award that goes to
Picture.
Congratulations, Didi.
Smile, 1, 2, 3. Thank you.
Next, presenting the Best Vice President Public Relations of the Year award. This is given to one who has exemplified high level of energy to promote their club. And the award goes to Ramesh Halai. Congratulations, Ramesh. Let's have a winning pick.
Yes, 1, 2, 3, smile. Thank you.
And moving on. And Vice President of Membership, responsible for keep the club growing and also ensure that the current members are there with the mentors assigned and having all the club members working together to grow the club. Let's see, the recipient of the VPN of the year. The award goes to Cecilia Howe. Congratulations, Cecilia.
I couldn't find her in the Zoom.
Oh, hi. I'm from WATG. Cecilia is my VP of membership, but she can't make it today.
Right, let's take a picture.
Yeah, so we have Chloe, the president of WATG, to represent Cecilia.
Okay, smile. Thank you.
Thanks, Chloe.
Thanks, Chloe. Next, I have the privilege to present the Best Vice President Education of the Year Award. It's given to one who has the desire to help members succeed, meticulous in details, and excellent knowledge in Toastmasters pathways. And the award goes to ta-da! Amy Cole. Is Amy here tonight?
She's not in the Zoom tonight. Couldn't find her as well.
Thank you.
So can we have Sky to represent Amy to take the award on behalf of her? And Alberto, since Alberto is the club president, right?
Yeah, take 2 pictures of me.
Yeah.
Yeah, Alberto is the club president.
Okay, let's take photo. 1, 2, 3, smile. Thank you.
Thank you. And last but not the least, this is the position said to be the glue of the club, bringing all pieces together. No one less than the president. And the Club President of the Year award goes to Mark Wang. Mark, congratulations.
All right, let's take photo. 1, 2, 3, smile. Thank you.
Congratulations to all the recipients for the Best Exco of the Year awards. And would like to take this opportunity to thank all the executive members of Division A, for whom have worked tirelessly and got their hands dirty just to ensure every meeting is running smoothly.
And speaking for myself and also on behalf of Cindy, it has been our pleasure to be able to present these awards. And as the adventure never ends, we'll continue to the next segment that will be hosted by Nulisa Sawi from Geylang Serai and the recipient of the President Award, Mark Wong, President of Angkor Vale Toastmasters Club. And Cindy, I think now our job is done.
Yes, and we're out. Over to you.
Thank you, Alberto and Cindy. Hi, Mark. Nice to be paired up with you. This is the first time you're working together. Feels like we are in Hollywood giving out the Oscars.
Hello, Nolisa. I'm honored to be your partner
Indeed, it feels like Oscar with our virtual red carpet.
Hello, everybody. We are giving out the awards for the following: Division A, Rookie of the Year; Division A, Toastmaster of the Year; and Division A, Most Enthusiastic Toastmaster of the Year. Mark, let's start with the Rookie of the Year.
Now, the Rookie of the Year is awarded to recognize and honor a new Toastmasters in District 80, Division A, who demonstrate strong commitment to the Toastmaster standard of excellence. This Toastmaster will have shown improvement in communication and leadership skill, and will have contributed in other ways throughout the division events. Today, we're giving out this award to 2 outstanding rookies. In no particular order, drum roll, please. The Rookie of the Year. The Rookie of the Year award goes to David Wee from Eminence Toastmasters Club. Unfortunately, David is not here with us, but congratulations to David. The second recipient for the Rookie of the Year award goes to, drum roll, Adam Ahmad Samdin from Marine Parade Toastmaster Club. Congratulations, Adam.
So Adam is not here with us. We can't to take.
So I can take on his behalf. Thank you so much, guys. Yeah.
Take a photo, 1, 2, 3, smile. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. We also have Clara with us. She's from Emmaus. She could take the cert for David Wee on behalf of him. Clara? Hakim, are you able to go back to the previous cert? The previous Rookie of the Year?
Oh, I believe it should be David. Yeah.
For David.
Okay.
Take
Picture
a
taker.
photo, smile. Thank you.
Thank you.
Clara.
So next, I'd like to hand over to Nolly. Yeah, we'd like to hand over to Noliza to share with us the criteria for the next award.
The award for Division A, Toastmaster of the Year, is given to individuals to recognize and honor Toastmaster members in Division A who volunteer their Toastmasters communication and leadership skills to better the lives of those in their community in a significant and notable way outside of the Toastmasters' regular duties. We are giving this award to 2 outstanding members. Drum rolls, please. Congratulations, Rebecca.
Congratulations, 1, 2, 3, smile. Thank you.
Thanks, everyone.
This award is also going to
Congratulations, Dave.
YMCA Toastmasters Club.
Thank you.
Congratulations. Take a photo, 1, 2, 3, smile. Thank you.
Once again, congratulations, Cindy. Mark, please tell us the criteria for the next award.
Right, the award for the Division A Most Enthusiastic Toastmaster of the Year is given to recognize and honor the Toastmaster with the most energy in the room, someone who is willing to go above and beyond his or her responsibility to achieve excellent in the division. He or she excels in a variety of leadership, communication, education, marketing, and public relations activity.
Mark, the person who is getting this award totally deserves to be called the most enthusiastic Toastmaster of the Year. This person is so energetic and can zoom to many different countries in a day. Everyone would agree that this person is always going above and beyond when given a task to achieve excellence for Division A. Drum rolls, please.
No surprise to those who guessed right.
Congratulations, Elisa.
Congrats.
Congratulations, show us your big smile. 1, 2, 3, smile. Thank you.
All right, congratulations to all awardees. It's been my pleasure to be hosting for this section. Similarly for Nalisa, let me pass the baton back to Sanjita.
Thank you so much. Wonderful, Nurliza and Mark. That was wonderful. And thank you all the guests and members for pouring in your love messages in the chat box. Now, let me take a deep breath and have the privilege and honor to invite distinguished Toastmaster Richard E. Peck to give away the Excellence Service and Dedication Awards. Please have a big round of applause for Richard.
Thank you, Sangeeta. The Excellent Service and Dedication Award recognizes and honors the Toastmaster who exemplifies the spirit of lifelong learning in Division A. This is awarded to a member who consistently exemplifies Toastmasters' values and who has made a significant and notable contribution to District 80 Division A's success this term. Today, we will be presenting the Excellent Service and Dedication Award to 3 deserving recipients. And the recipients are, in no particular order,
Take a photo. 1, 2, 3, smile. Thank you.
Thank you.
Our
Congrats,
our second recipient, Mike Woon from Area A2.
Fantastic. Big smile. 1, 2, 3. Thank you.
And our third recipient today, John Tan Yu Hao from Area A3.
Woo! Congrats, John, for helping us all around the clubs as well as around the division.
Yay, congratulations. Let's take a photo. 1, 2, 3, smile. Thank you.
Congratulations to all our recipients. And now back to Sangeeta and Mike.
Thank you, Sir Richard.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you so
Thank you,
much
Richard.
for giving away the final award to our recipient. Next on our list, what do we have, Sangeeta? Next on list. Thank you, everyone. By the way, Sangeeta, did you notice that all the MCs we have for this evening, including yourself, are the incoming Division A officers for the new term, that is 2022 and 2023.
Ah, yeah, now that I joined the dots, I can see that. My God, that's quite a planning. Wow.
Indeed, Sangeeta. Now that we all, the ADs are here, we will need their leaders to lead them. Not forgetting the Division A incoming director, Sky, to give us some word of encouragement. Toastmasters
Sky,
please.
Yes.
Thank you. Just one sentence, right? It's great to be among you. Amazing people, wonderful people. I trust that we will spur one another to greater heights. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sky. Thank you for your encouraging words. And I'm sure we'll do great. We'll make you proud too. Now let us call upon okay, you're right. Now let us check on our audience.
Yeah, I think what we
Let's
have.
see.
Voices.
Hello. Where are
Voices.
you all?
Everybody.
How are you doing?
Great. Yeah, maybe we
Let's
can have
hear
some
from you.
voice from the Division A. In
Yes.
fact, what I have seen so far from the beginning is I saw the co-founder and the forefather of Division A. Can I invite the distinguished Toastmaster Yo Chaiton to give us some encouraging word, please? Mr. Yo.
Thank you, Mike. I think first of all, thanks for the invitation to join you guys in this awesome night. After observing the process of tonight's proceeding, indeed, Division A has performed very, very well. Congrats to Division A Director Se Ying and your division leaders. Tonight is also a testimony of the success of Toastmasters educational program. If you really put your heart and soul in the program, every one of us will improve our skills, our lives. And I was scanning through the audience. I see old faces, old friends, Mike Un, Jenny Au. Thanks for staying with the division. I joined the demo clubs to form Division T. So it's wonderful that I'm back to see how you are doing all these years. And for all of us, veteran Toastmasters, I think all of us do the same thing. We pay forward. So we have benefited from the program, and we pass and we guide and we coach the younger members in the Toastmasters community to master what we want to learn from Toastmasters program. Well, tonight is a testimony
Thank you.
From what a very basic program that Dr. Smedley has devised, and today through Zoom we go borderless. Congrats once again.
Thank you
hope
very much.
Next year will be a better year. Yeah.
Thank you very much, DPM Chaiton. Next, I think I saw Jenny Au. Jenny, three of us were more or less the founder of Division A. So Jenny, are you around, Jenny? Yeah, there she is.
Jenny, say a few words. How are you finding our event today?
Can't hear you, Jenny. Unmute yourself, please.
All right, can you all hear me?
Okay, Jenny.
Yes.
Thank you very much. A fabulous Achievers Night. Deepak Menon, Distinguished Toastmaster, past International President, Richard Peck, Distinguished Toastmaster, Acting International President, Capito, Distinguished Toastmaster, District 80 Director, and Swana, Distinguished Toastmaster, Club Growth Director. Congratulations to Division A for achieving President Distinguished Division this term. Give a round of applause to Division A. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to be the advisor for Division A during this term. I'm happy and honored to contribute my experience and effort to our Division A Director, Zhou Siying, and her council members. Indisputably, this is a vigorous team that works harmoniously and believes strongly in achieving results. More importantly, I want to mention that the council members were quick to address issues by seeking for advice and problem resolutions. This is indeed a splendid approach in preventing problems and improving performance. Thank you once again, and I'm grateful to be part of the team this term. And I wish
Hi, Rishi. Hi, Bobby.
Our Division A Director, Sky Sia, and his new team continued success and like the eagles soaring in the sky. Back to you, Toastmaster of the Day.
Thank you, Jenny, for the wonderful word. And I also see this Wei Ping. He has been around as an advisor for Division A for a long time. Wei Ping, are you there, please? Raise your hand so that we can spotlight you. Yes, sir, you're here. All yours.
Okay. First of all, I'm honored to serve in Division A. Oh, by the way, I want to thank all the district officers, international director, past and present, District 80, Trill, Kathy, and Swana DTM. Thank you very much. I'm honored to serve as Division A advisor as well, and I've seen the growth of all the DVDs and ADs for the past few terms, and of course, this term we reached the peak, reached a height, and thank you very much. And all the problems we managed to resolve together, and we had many big events. And I think this is something that is applaudable. May success continue with Sky and the new team. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. And finally, I think we have Celia on the line. Celia, are you still there, please? Celia.
Yes, I'm here.
Yes, please. Brilliant. The stage is yours.
All right, happy evening, everyone. I'm very honored to see a lot of people here, especially the very first Division A Director, Distinguished Toastmaster Yo Chai Tun. I actually hunted him down 2-3 years back when I did my own Achievers Day. When I was Division Director in 2019-2020, it was when Division A reached 10 years. So I wanted Division A to go out with a bang because of its 10th anniversary. So I hunted down all the past Division A directors. I was very honored when Chai Tun agreed to come and give a speech. So at the bottom of my heart, I thank him. And now that I see that he's speaking again, I also thank him. So as it is, when I was Division Director, it was the challenging time. We were physical, and then we had to go online immediately because COVID struck. Everything was on lockdown. It was really a very challenging time because circumstances happened and clubs tried to survive. We tried our best, but things happen. So when it came to Raymond's time and Swing's time, things got better, and that's why it was very heartwarming to see the great results that everybody had said. And also on behalf of Raymond, he would love to be here, but well, because some personal issues at hand, but he would have loved to be here. When he did his Achievers Day last year, he wanted to be here as well. But unfortunately, he did not manage to make it, but still things ended with a bang. And now that this term is almost over, I know Division is in good hands. The Division is in good hands because we have seen how Sui has grown, and I have seen how Sky has grown when I was area director when he was still VPE of Bedok. So I've seen how Sky has grown. So definitely, I'm pretty sure the Division is going to be in good hands, and things will only thrive, clubs will only grow, and the Division will only be better from now on. So thank you to everyone. Thank you for all the great efforts. Also, I want to thank a special person, everybody in Current Council, and especially Mitun, who was the Division Director before me. He kind of taught me almost everything I know. Plus, my own team of ADs, not all of them are here, right? Raymond is not here, Terence is not here, Josh is not here. I think I see Thomas, but I really want to thank my team of ADs who tried their best despite the circumstances. And of course, the very awesome advisor, Wei Bin, who of goodwill, actually served 3 terms as staff advisor, as division advisor, when he first became my advisor, and then he became Raymond's advisor, and now he's Sing's advisor. So thank you everyone for doing such an awesome job. Thanks to the current ADs for pushing everything forward. So really, thanks everyone. And as I said, division will really be in very good hands.
Thank you, Sheila. Thank you very, very much. Well, do we have anybody else on the floor? Just 1 or 2 of them? Otherwise, I'll pass the control back to my lovely Sangeeta.
From Mike,
Yes.
you want to share something from our VIP?
Yes, probably.
Coming up.
Any VIPs wish to give us a encouraging words?
Hello, Mike.
Yeah, hi.
Hi. May I just add some?
Oh, sure, friend. Go ahead.
words here?
Go ahead. The floor is yours.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Mike. And of course, thank you so much for all the distinguished guests today, from Mr. Peck, Ms. Menon, and Kathy, and all the past and the current and the incoming district officers. As we all know, I think Division A almost finished up the last event of all the term with the big band. Is that right, everybody?
Yes. Woo!
Thank you. Woo! And of course, thank you so much for the awesome org chair, Eliza. And she is the org chair for all of things and organize all the people and the members within. And here we go. We see the success once again. And also for me, I'm the A1 AD. It's been a great pleasure to be the AD this term. Thank all the council members, like from Jenny and from Mike, especially from our great leadership, seeing our dad, we always call dad. And all the members and the clubs definitely get involved for continuous support from all of you, from club, area, division, district, all kinds of levels, activities. Thank you so much for your wonderful support and well done to all.
Thank you. Thank you.
I always remember the quote, begin with the end in mind. At this moment, I want to say, end with the beginning in mind. I wish all the best to the incoming 22, 23 Division A council member. Just keep it up. Together, we have made it happen, and you continue the journey. Thank you so much. Over to Mike.
Thank you. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, I have one request. Yes, Sangeeta.
We have Michael raising his hands.
Oh, yes. Okay, Michael.
Yes, very quickly. I have visited a few meetings in your division this past year, although I'm not a member. And I know the Division A will be a success in the future because of the great leadership you have. And what that leadership does, they allow ordinary Toastmasters to be extraordinary. Thank you.
Thank you, Michael.
Wow,
Thank you.
that's
Thank
lovely.
you. Right. Due to time constraint, I have one small request, ladies and gentlemen. If you all cooperate with me, unmute yourself and say a big thank you to Richard, Menon, and Kathy. 1, 2, and 3. Unmute yourself and say big thank you to Richard and Deepak and Kathy for being here tonight with us. I'm very, very thankful for their presence this evening.
Thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Just yet, Sangeeta, it's all yours. One last few moments, Sangeeta.
Well, we don't want you to go away right away. So it's time for us to sit back and relax and watch this memorable video as to how much Division A has achieved for this term, which I guarantee will impress and thrill you.
Indeed, indeed. I mentioned in the beginning of our event, Big Ziegler saying, you don't have to be good to start. You have to start to be good. Congratulations once again, Division A, for wrapping up the term with a resounding success and a big bang. Wish you many, many more success ahead of you. And this brings us to the end of our event. It was indeed our pleasure for being here to witness this spectacular moment. And a big thank you once again to everybody for being here. And a big thank you to my lovely co-host, Sangeeta. Thank you, and we hope I can work with you again in the near future.
Certainly, it was indeed really wonderful working with you, sharing the same platform, Mike. And thank you to all of my guests. It was fascinating to have you all together, and surely we'll see you again soon. So
Indeed.
that's it from.
Thank you,
Yes,
everybody. Good night.
Good night, and have a great day.
See you soon. Bye.
Thank you. Goodbye, everybody. Well
Thank
done.
you.
Bye, everyone.
Thank you, Deepak.
Can't
Thank
believe
you.
the adventure has
Everybody.
ended.
Richard, thank you, Michael.
Thank you,
Sorry,
Sangeeta,
Deepak.
for
Deepak?
I said, I can't believe the adventure has ended.
Oh, we're going to continue. We're going to have you, Deepak, for the 1 hour session on how to, get the leaders to the members to take leadership roles. That's pending. We've taken a note of that.
Thanks, Ram.
Yes.
See you
Bye, everybody.
soon, Ramesh.
Bye, everyone.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
night, everyone.
Thank you. Good job, everyone.
Thank you. Can relax now.
Great, good time. Come on.
Can drink coffee now.
Okay, before that, stop the recording.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
No, no.